What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in. Here we go again. Another injury to Anthony Davis. Now, of course, they say it's not that serious. Results came back negative, and he's maybe only going to be out for a couple of weeks. But the injury bug seems to follow him. And at this point, I'm pretty sure the Lakers are like, what do we need to do with Anthony Davis? What is the ultimatum? Where should they go? Should they keep him, let him go, trade him? I'm pretty sure the the front office is definitely, thinking about this because it's really, really a tough thing. Because, as much as a lot of people criticize Westbrook is really the fall guy for this team. If anything goes wrong, Russell Westbrook is the guy to blame. It's almost like the Miami Heat back in the day when LeBron had himself, D Wade, and Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh was the fall guy. He took all the blame, when things didn't go right. Chris Bosh isn't playing well, this and that. And he was a 20-10 guy when he was on the Toronto Raptors. He was an all-star every year. So, but when you link up teams like this, or when you have three superstars on a team, somebody has to take the rap and everybody has to sacrifice. You see, and that's just the way it goes. And except for this situation right here, LeBron needs to be the second best player, really. And Anthony Davis needs to be the best player because LeBron's really too old to carry a team, except he can't be the second best player on this team because Anthony Davis is not healthy enough to carry a team, or he doesn't play like a top 10 player a lot of times, enough to play or enough to carry a team. So it's really, really a crazy situation. But at the same time, this is where they are. And, I see Anthony Davis from day to day seem like game to game where he's getting hurt. And I'm just saying, I don't know how much longer the Lakers front office can actually deal with this, because if he's supposed to be the future of the team after LeBron leaves, or supposedly that was the notion anyway, it's not going to happen. I feel like he's going to leave the Lakers before LeBron will. I feel like he might get traded or something in the offseason anyway before LeBron ever leaves the Lakers, And I made a video about this actually prior to this video in regards to Anthony Davis. I just don't see the consistency in regards to his health, and health has always been a big issue for any and every player on any sport. If your health overrides your talent, then you automatically know what happens. You could turn into a Derrick Rose, you can turn into a lot of players, who would have been great or something like that. And the health issues took them away from greatness. And luckily for Anthony Davis, he did win a championship in the bubble, I might add, but he still won a championship. And LeBron was there to help make that happen. But now that LeBron can't carry a team, it's almost like, what do they do with Anthony Davis? Of course, he is a top 5 talent, but it doesn't matter how talented he is or how good of a player he is or how many points he can put up. If he's not available and he's not there to build chemistry with the new guys that they have, it doesn't really matter. They're not going to go far. And so far this year, he's missed X amount of games. LeBron has missed some games. The only one that's really been solid for the Lakers this year has been Russell Westbrook. He's played every single game this year besides the one game he was out with back tightness or something like that. I think because his name was on the trading block and they were trying to keep him fresh so nothing would happen to him just in case they trade him away to another team. But no trade fell through. No trade came through. And we were hearing reports about some trade with, for John Wall. And then another one came out the other day that they were going to trade for Christian Wood, which I don't know how much better he would have made the Lakers, but he's a nice young player. Don't get me wrong, but he's not the type of player that's going to, a game changer or a franchise changing type player as of yet anyway. Maybe he will become that, but hell, he can't help Houston do anything. So he's not going to be able to help the Lakers do but so much. But that's another story for another day. But my thing is, you have to look at this, and look at it in its entirety. Anthony Davis is a great talent, but the more injuries he accumulates, the less effective he's going to be. And, it's starting to look like the Anthony Davis from the Pelicans. He stayed injured a lot there too, and the Pelicans were just a playoff team. And as talented as he was then, just as he is now, they really couldn't go no further than the first round or second round. And you look at last year, LeBron James and them, and the Lakers, they lost to the Phoenix Suns in the first round. And it looked like they really didn't even have a chance in this series because LeBron just ran out of gas and Anthony Davis stayed hurt, just as he did some, during last season going into the playoffs. And it looks like it's going to be the same thing this season. So it's like, man, you like Anthony Davis, you like what he brings, you like him as a talent, maybe as an NBA player, but how, often is he going to be on the court, and it just comes down to a situation where the Lakers have to make a decision. I personally think they need to let Anthony Davis go and trade him for somebody while he still has value, because the more and more he gets injured, the less value he's going to have as a player to opposing teams who want to look for somebody who can help their franchise win. And when you look at Anthony Davis, it's hard to say he can help your franchise win because he's not available. He's always getting hurt. I don't know if he's just an unfortunate guy when it comes to injuries, or it's just one of those things. It's really hard to say, but at the same time, it doesn't help the Lakers' cause when they're trying to win a championship now. And when you look at this team overall, they did get a good win last night versus the Utah Jazz, but I really don't respect the Utah Jazz myself. I just don't think they're a top caliber team, in my opinion. They can have a number 1 record, number 2 record. I still feel like they're just a Utah Jazz. So, they're just a team that a lot of people is going to beat up on in the playoffs. They're never really going to go far. I just don't think Donovan Mitchell can carry them, that far himself. But that's another story for another day. But they did get a quality win against a team like that, and that's definitely good for their confidence. But at the same time, you have to collectively get wins like that, and it's going to be tough to do that, with players, especially your superstar players, in and out of the lineup, no consistency, and you just really don't know anything about how Anthony Davis is going to fare. It seems like Anthony Davis could play 3 or 4 games in a row, but he can miss 8 or 10 games in a row because of injuries. It's like you never get any consistency out of him. The most consistency the Lakers have gotten out of Anthony Davis was when they was in the bubble, because they were stuck there. They had a 4-month layoff. Everybody had time to rest, and LeBron James was, really, really motivated in the bubble to win that championship. And, the Lakers just had a good, supporting cast and everything around them, and it just fit well for them. Now, they played a bubble situation again. I feel like Anthony Davis might be able to, make it through something like that, because with a 4-month layoff, well, Anthony Davis should be ready to go. Any player really should be by then, So, that definitely benefited the Lakers more. But at the same time, they did win it, so you got to give them credit. But that's the healthiest I've ever seen Anthony Davis in the bubble. Outside the bubble, when we play real basketball, he's never been healthy. Even on the Pelicans, he just wasn't, And I'm just saying that Lakers Nation probably don't want to hear it, but at some point you got to think about what should they do with Anthony Davis? Should they let him go? Should they trade? Should they trade him? I'm saying trade him now while he has some value after this season, so you can get somebody else in there, because as injury prone as he is, he's definitely not going to be able to carry the torch when LeBron leaves. And then, Russell Westbrook can't do it. He's not a winner. He's never won anything in his career. So the Lakers would just be a laughing stock of an organization if they keep those two there and don't make no adjustments if LeBron James stays or goes. So, at this point, like I said, I feel like they should be looking into other things, but we'll see what decisions they make. As for Anthony Davis, I do hope he get healthy and, stay healthy. It's definitely unfortunate to see a player go down like that, but hey, you got to be on the court. Your best ability is availability. Shaq has said it, and many others have said it too. So that's the notion. That's the way it's got to be. But hey, that's my take on everything. You leave any comments in the comment section as always. And hey, Khaliis out.